Hey, yo, what's wrong with you? I know the Packers lost. Yeah, you got an episode to film still. I know they lost 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, they watching. Stop playing, bro. Get to it, my boy.
What's good, man? This your boy Taz. Welcome to Hot Dimes TV, where we bringing that fire and we keeping it 100. Oh my gosh, bruh. I don't even want to do this week's episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. People who've been watching it, y'all probably can understand and know why I don't want to do this week's episode. I was gonna go live. I said, nope, I'm not even gonna go live because the Packers suck. They keep losing. Bro, oh my goodness. Yes, you just heard that out of my mouth. If I'm going to have Hot Dimes TV and not keep my slogan, and one of my main sayings is we going to bring that fire and keep it 100, I got to keep it 100. And right now, Green Bay, y'all trash. What are y'all doing? Bro, I'm not used to this. See, I can admit this. I want people, let this be a lesson. I always try to tell myself when it comes to the sports and just in general, even if I don't like something or somebody or like a team or anything like that, I try my best not to be biased, to keep it 100, which is a main reason, another like a big start up of this podcast, because some of the stuff I be seeing y'all saying, it makes me so mad. Cause y'all be capping. Stop capping, bro. Like when it comes to sports, just cause you don't like a player, that don't mean this is that. Or stop, spewing out false information. And also, you can't believe everything you hear. Most of the time, we don't know. We on the outside, so we going on, speculation. But you can tell with watching some of the sports shows when they talk about certain teams or certain players, you know how the media is. That's why a lot of people, I know this might not be popular to bring up, but the Draymond thing with the old media and the new media, I love that. Because basically, a lot of the old media, they be capping. In the new media, they gonna be honest and they gonna tell you what it is, and they not just gonna be saying stuff just because they want to. So that's what we gonna do on Hot Dimes TV too. So y'all stop capping. Yes, you heard that out your mouth. Right now, the Green Bay Packers are trash. Now I know some of y'all gonna like that. Some of you fans out there who hate Green Bay, y'all love that I'm saying this right now. But the fact that I can even say it is amazing because I'm pissed. I'm hurt. I ain't used to this. Bruh, I know the Packers were struggling in the 70s. I know they was horrible for for a while. But since I've been watching them, because I'm a 90s baby, so I don't know nothing about that. All I know is the Brett Favre era and the Aaron era. Now, one thing I do know about them is not, getting over that hump, them underachieving, them choking. Like, come on, G. Don't get me started on that. That's a topic for another day. But I know about that. But at the end of the day, they still better than most organizations. Only a few that can really say something. Like, Niners, they've been to a couple bowls and they won some. You got, of course, New England with the Tom Brady. You got the Chiefs recently who went to 5 straight AFC championships. I don't even think that ever been done. You got the Steelers. I know they won at least 2 in this decade, last 2 decades. You got the Giants. It's about 4 or 5 teams, and Green Bay right there with them. The problem is they should have more. But that's a topic for another day. 3 weeks in a row? Bro, they haven't lost 3 weeks in a row, and I think in like 4 or 5 years. I don't know how to deal with this. Then don't get me started on the Lakers. That's my other team for basketball. If it wasn't for the Bucks, I wouldn't be doing this podcast right now. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Y'all like how, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some of y'all going to get that. But anyways, Green Bay, G. I just can't stop harping on it, so I'm sorry. Like, it's just making me so mad. I had one of my guys, he a Tampa fan. He feeling the same way, too. He tried to get on that with me, talking about, it's just sad for us right now in sports. I'm like, bro, I feel you. Like, I shouldn't be depressed. Like, I hate the effect that sports have on me as a high and a low. Like, of course, when they win, it's all good, but when they not, it do affect my mood. I be pissed, but I'm doing better. I'm trying to, I'm trying to do better. Why my computer cutting off while I'm talking? Why I keep doing that? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, okay, we back. Yeah, it's just hurt right now. It sucks, and it don't get no better. We got to play Buffalo. That's my Super Bowl pick. That's who I got winning the whole thing. We got to play Buffalo coming off their bye week. I'm not even gonna do my predictions. Just know that's for the later episode that's gonna drop on Friday. I got 2 wrong and 2 right this weekend. So I think my overall, I'm 13-4, and I don't even know what I am with Green Bay right now. It's just a mess. But we're gonna get into a couple things. Like I said, this one gonna be a shorter episode. It ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna do a quick little 15-20 minutes and go ahead and get out your way. You know, like for my people that go to the church, especially the black community, when you see that finger, you know what time it is. You're gonna go ahead and dip on up out of there. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick 15-20, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip out of here because I can't take this, G. So we're gonna open it up. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it 100 this whole episode. I'm gonna keep it 100 in general to my best of my ability. I don't even know if I said that right, but oh well. That's what I'm going to do. For the content, you got to force it a little bit or say stuff, on purpose. Just to, you know what I'm saying? It's just content. But I'm going to start off this week's episode with congratulating the Chicago Bears, man. I had the score 31-14, I think. Like I said, this ain't a prediction one. But that I just want to give them their credit. And it actually was flip-flop. They looked good. They did what they had to do versus Buffalo. Shout out to y'all. The Packers lost again 3 weeks in a row. Same week that y'all won, so I know y'all just loving it. I got a couple people that watch that's Bears fans. I really don't like y'all. I really don't. We got beef right now. We not cool, G. But shout out to them. They did good. I watched most of that game. The defense looked good. The offense, you know what I'm saying, they looked pretty good. They created some turnovers, so shout out to them for winning. I already talked enough about the Packers. There weren't too many games last week that interested me. So we're going to talk about the game of the week, though. The Chiefs versus the Niners. So the Chiefs got Christian McCaffrey. I didn't think he was going to play this week. I honestly didn't know if he was going to play this week. But even with him playing or with him not playing, I still had, picked them to win. But I didn't know it was going to be 44-23. I picked 28-24. So that's tough. They did their thing, man. It's starting to look like it's coming together for the Chiefs. And people was tweaking with them because they lost Tyreek Hill, I don't know why people thought that they was just going to fall off the map. It's not the same scenario as like Green Bay losing Devontae. I'm about to tell you why. First of all, they got Andy Reid as the coach. We know how much of an offensive genius he is. His knock was just he never had got that Super Bowl, but now he got that monkey off his back. They still got Travis Kelce, who was the best tight end in the league. No debate. That's no debate. Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the league. That's for real. That's literally no debate. You got that going on. When it's all said and done, he going to be on like that Gronk level as far as like being the best, or somebody else who used to play for the Chiefs, Tony Gonzalez. So shout out to, Travis Kelce. They brought in MVS from Green Bay. They brought in Juju, who a lot of people wasn't high or low on. I was kind of in between. I actually thought he would be really good. Actually, I was like, that's fire for the Chiefs because it got so many other parts, and working in that offense and playing with Mahomes, that's going to help you out. And he had a big game this last week. I want to say he had like this off the top of my head too, because I play fantasy too, so I think I'm going to get this right. I think he had like 7 catches for like 124 yards. I think he did. MVS had a good game. That offense scary. They put up 44 points on the number 1 defense statistically in the league. I think the Niners are the number 1 defense. And they put 44 on their head with Christian McCaffrey playing. So it's crazy. It's really crazy in the NFL right now. That's the other thing I wanted to add in the beginning. Only thing that's making me happy, not happy, but like a little like at ease, is because the league right now, you starting to see kind of like, I want to say a shift, but there's something I wanted to bring up in the beginning, that it's great to see some of these teams that haven't been good for a while be good. Just as a fan in general, I love it. Like, I'm not just a Green Bay fan. I love football in general. So, you got the Jets, you got the Giants, you got Dallas. These teams doing good. It's crazy. And meanwhile, like the top 4 teams in the NFC last week, which was, not last week, last year, you had the Rams, who went to the Super Bowl and won. You had the Niners, who went to the NFC Championship. You had Green Bay, who was the number 1 seed. Or was they the number 1 seed? I want to say they was the number 1 seed. And they went to the playoffs. They was a, high regarded team. Then you had Tampa Bay, who lost in the second round. And all those teams struggling. The Niners 3-4. The Packers 3-4. And I want to say the Buccaneers and the Rams are 3-3. The Rams had a bye week. Let me double check that for y'all. No, the Buccaneers 3-4 too. Wow. Yeah, so the Niners 3-4, the Packers 3-4, and the Buccaneers are 3-4. That's crazy. That's insane. All those teams struggling. So it's not like it's just Green Bay, but it's still pissing me off. Who else? And I want to get the accurate record for the Rams. Why is it not showing me? Give me a second. I'm trying to see what the Rams record is. Do I got to type it in? Come on. What's the Rams record? Oh, they 3-3. Okay, I had that right. They're 3-3 because they're coming off a bye week. So with that being said, it's crazy in the NFL. And meanwhile, you have let's go over this. The NFC East, which is normally the laughing stock as far as like playoffs, maybe on both sides of the conference, at least NFC. Dare I say the best division in football right now. You got the Eagles, they still undefeated. You got the Giants 6-1. You got Dallas 5-2, and then the Commanders at 3-4. That's insane. It's really insane. Shout out to all the NFC East teams. Shout out to them. They keep doing their thing, man. It's crazy right now. So that's enough for week 7. I'm done with week 7. I ain't really want to talk about week 7 too much. I just want to get week 7 over with. Let's get into some week 8 football. I think I got an idea too. Remember I told you I do my predictions on Friday. But what I want to do, because some of these Thursday night games, I also want to predict, but I can't do it because I do my predictions Friday. So that's the day after. So I think on Thursday, which I think I stated earlier, I'm just going to do like a video on Thursday Night Football. It might be a quick 5-minute video, or it might not even be that long. Just get my prediction on the game, because this week I actually want to do it. So I'm not going to say my prediction yet, because I'm going to get back to doing that. So that way I had a game of the week. I had Green Bay, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and Thursday Night Football. Because them Thursday games it's so crazy. And most of the time the teams playing, you do not want to see the matchup. But this week is a good one because you got the Buccaneers versus the Ravens. Sheesh. And the Ravens, they record 4-3, and it's an argument that they should be undefeated because they keep giving up leads after lead after lead late in the game. Then you playing Tampa, who's struggling. It's in Tampa Bay though, so that one tricky. I gotta take some time. I don't know about that one. And then for the game of the week this week, it's looking like it's gonna be the Niners and the Rams. And like I said, the Rams coming off that bye week. So that's going to be a good game, too. The Rams coming off the bye week. The Niners just losing to Kansas City Chiefs. And you know those two teams hate each other. The Rams and the Niners hate each other. So that's going to be a great game this week. And then for Sunday Night Football, well, I got to talk about this. Sunday Night Football, you got the Bills and the Packers, bro. I'm not picking the Packers to win this week, bro. I'm not. If they win, I love it. I just can't see it happen. It's no sign pointing that they're going to win this game in Buffalo. And Buffalo's coming off their bye week. So if they do it, it'd be amazing. It'd be maybe that turning stone that they need. Aaron Rodgers already alluded to it. If they can win this game, of course, nobody in the world giving them a chance to win, which they shouldn't give them a chance to win because they're not doing nothing. We're going to just skip past that. That's the Sunday night game. And then Monday Night Football, you have the Bengals versus the Browns. So you got Joe Burrow. He's starting to, look like himself. He looking good. So that's going to be a good game to look forward to. It really is. Now we're going to jump over into about these last 5 minutes. We're going to talk about the NBA. Hey, we're going to talk about the NBA. Hey, it's a lot of young talent in the NBA. Paolo Banchero? I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I done heard Banchero. I done heard Banchero. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That boy from Orlando, he looking like the real deal. I love when a player comes in the NBA and just hoops right away. Because most of the time they're not put in a great position. So people call him a bust early, which I don't think that's fair criticism because you have to give somebody a time. Like I'll say about 3 years, you kind of know what the player might be. Because most of the time they go into the worst team and they go in a bad situation. So those two things don't match, and that's not fair to criticize the player. Oh, he a bust. Most of the time, them coaches and organizations not doing everything they can for that player. Always says something that I think is great as far as like coaches and organizations. You can be a great coach and have a system, but if you have like players, I think you should adjust to the players. You can't make players adjust to your scheme. You should adjust your scheme to the players. That's what great coaches do. So most of the time you see these players coming in and they try to have them do something different from what they've been doing their whole life, which doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand how you can do that. So with Paolo, I just let it see him hooping right away, and he doing amazing, man. He's doing great. My Lakers, they doing trash. Can somebody please tell them that they need shooting? It's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious that they need shooting. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on them. They need shooting, man. It's crazy. We're going to talk about some surprises of the NBA that had me kind of like, okay. We're going to start off with the, not Grizzlies. Oh, no, we can do Grizzlies. I wasn't going to do Grizzlies, but we can do the Grizzlies. Ja Morant, he looking like an early MVP. I know it's super early, of course, but you know what I'm saying? It's the podcast content. Ja Morant looking like an MVP. He really is looking like an MVP. I think he was in the picture last year too, but then, you know, he got hurt. And then once you saw, he missed too many games regardless, but once you saw how good the team was playing without him, that went out the window. But this year, that boy, he on a mission. He just keep getting better. He improved his shot. He's improving his decision making. He probably my second favorite player in the league besides Giannis. Like, Ja Morant is him. Ja Morant different, bro. He really is. So shout out to Memphis, man. They got a good team around him. I like what they doing. Now, what I wanted to start off with was the Portland Trailblazers, because they 4-0. I ain't had Portland making the playoffs, but 4-0 is early, but it's impressive. We're going to give them credit where it's due. You got Utah. They also 3-1. Hey, that's crazy, because I don't got them making the playoffs either. They lost, of course, Rudy Gobert. They lost Donovan Mitchell. They lost Joe Ingles. And you keep hearing reports about Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley being on the move as well. So it's crazy that they winning these games, even though it's early, versus, you know, pretty good teams too. I think they beat Denver one of those games. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a good team. So it's crazy, man. So right now, if you're looking at the standings, you got Portland number 1, Grizzlies 2, Utah 3rd, Spurs 4th. That's another one. Like, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. The NBA in good hands. I'm not saying it's gonna last, because I still don't think Utah or the Spurs will make it. Portland might have an outside chance, but I don't see the Spurs or Utah at all. You got Phoenix at the 5th seed. You got Warriors, Clippers, and then Pelicans at 8. And then on the East, you only got 2 teams that's undefeated right now. It's still early. You got Portland at 4-0 and the Bucks at 2-0, which the Bucks are not even at full health because, of course, Middleton's not playing. Joe Ingles, who they picked up, he's out with an injury, and Pat Connaughton out for the first 3 weeks. And I think Middleton's out for a month. But they looking impressive, man. They beat Philly, I think, opening night. It was a good game. Giannis only had like 20, but the fact his energy and his effort, his presence is always more than even what his stats show. And then I think game 2 they played the Rockets. So you expect them to still win that even without those injuries. You got the Cavs, they 2-1 at the 4th seed. You got Hornets, who the 3rd seed. You got Celtics 2nd, Hawks 5th, Knicks 6th, Wizards 7th, and the Raptors. Pascal Siakam is balling. Pascal Siakam balling. He almost averaging a triple-double for the year. And I don't have them making the playoffs in the East. I know that's because that's going to sound absurd, but you got so many teams. I'm going to do a separate video on that too because I just don't think they're going to make it. And you got the Heat at 1-3. They're the second to worst team in the East. That's crazy to me. The Eastern Conference, you know what I'm saying? Appearance that they had last week. So the NBA is back, like I said, man. I'm excited. I love when we got the NBA going on. We got football going on. I know I haven't touched baseball. I know you got baseball going on. They in the playoffs. This is a great time to be a sports fan. Who we got playing tonight in the NBA? Let me look at the games tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out with some of the games. Okay, so tonight we got Pistons at Wizards. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Washington. It's in Washington. You got Dallas at the Pelicans. That's interesting. I'm gonna go with Luka on this one. You got Clippers and Thunder. I'm rocking with the Clippers. Thunder ain't got a win yet. And then the game of the night is gonna be the Warriors versus Phoenix, and they both sit at 2-1, and it's in Phoenix. Ooh, that's tough. That's so tough. I'm gonna go with Warriors, and I'm gonna go with the Warriors. Yeah, I think they'll go ahead and win. It's gonna be a great game though. The Warriors, they still, you know what I'm saying, looking like they always been looking. Besides injuries, you got the Suns, who a lot of people are kind of. I think not a lot of people are high on the Suns this year because of the disappointing last 2 years that they had. So I don't blame people, but I still think they're a good team. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. So that's what we got for NBA. Those are the games of the night. NFL Week 7, NBA Week 2. What episode is this? I ain't even named it. I ain't even say it. Told you I'm all over the place because Green Bay got me heated. I didn't even want to do this episode. Hey, I think this is episode 6, if I'm not mistaken. This is episode 6. Look forward on Friday to my NFL predictions for next week. We're going to recap the predictions from week 7, and then I'm going to give my predictions for week 8. Like I said, I'm going to try to incorporate that Thursday night football predictions. This your boy Tez. This is Hot Dimes TV. We'll be bringing that fire. And we keeping it 100, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. I see y'all